This is a really quick video about average rate of change. In class, we talked about average velocity, and velocity, in fact, is the rate of change of position. So when we talk about average velocity, it is an average rate of change. And as a little introduction, we had talked about Albert's average speed. And Albert's average speed, you know that Albert covered a total of 100 meters over 12 seconds. And you had worked that out. Now here's another question. Suppose I had said, what was Albert's average speed over this interval, 8 to 12? So this is the range of my time, my t value. And what I need to know is, what was Albert's distance at 12 seconds? And what was Albert's distance at 8 seconds? And I'm going to subtract them because I want the change in distance. And that is a 4-second interval. In other words, 12 minus 8. And d of 12, in fact, I can read off the graph, is 100. d of 8 is 40. And 12 minus 8 is 4. So that's going to give me 60 over 4, which is 15 meters per second. But the point is, this is the formula for average rate of change of distance, in other words, velocity. So if I want the average rate of change of, any function, f of x, over some interval, let's call it AB. This might be time, who knows? It's going to be, basically, it's nothing more than change in y over change in x. So f of b minus f of a, the change in our output values, over b minus a. And if your function was something like this, f of x is, let's say, x squared plus 1, and you'd have to have some interval, so let's say between 1 and 3, arbitrarily. If I want the average rate of change of this function over this interval, according to the definition, I'm going to take f of 3 minus f of 1 over 3 minus 1. It's just a definition. And f of 3, in fact, if I plug that in, is going to give me 10. f of 1 is going to give me 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. So that becomes 8 over 2 is just 4. And I don't have a unit. But incidentally, if you're going to look at the graph, x squared plus 1, you know, is a parabola shifted up 1 unit. So what we're saying is, you have the ordered pair 3, 10. You have the ordered pair 1, 2. And what you're giving me in the change in y over change in x is the slope of that line. So notice it doesn't run along our graph. It's the slope of that line.